Can you still trust what you see? What happens when anyone can create a convincing fake version of reality? In the past, seeing was believing. If something was caught on video, it was considered undeniable proof. But today, deepfake technology is rapidly dismantling that trust. Using AI to mimic faces, voices, and gestures, anyone can now create eerily convincing videos that are completely false. These videos can replicate celebrities, politicians, and even regular people, putting words in their mouths or actions in their bodies that they never performed. As the quality improves, so does the danger, especially when deepfakes are used to manipulate public perception or to spread disinformation. What started as a novelty has evolved into a tool for fraud, blackmail, political sabotage, and social confusion. While some use deepfakes for art or satire, others exploit it to deceive on a massive scale. The problem isn't just the technology, it's our limited ability to detect and defend against it. As deepfakes grow more accessible, the line between real and fake continues to blur, and the consequences are already showing. We'll explore how deepfakes work, where they're headed, and the ethical dilemmas we all must face. Because in a world where truth can be fabricated, knowing what's real has never been more important. How does the technology behind deepfakes actually work? Deepfakes are powered by artificial intelligence, specifically machine learning techniques known as a generative adversarial network, or GAN. A GAN pits two AIs against each other. One creates fake images while the other tries to detect them. Over time, both systems improve, resulting in increasingly realistic fakes. The system is trained using thousands or even millions of real images and audio clips. The more data it's fed, the more convincing the result. That's why public figures are often targets. Their faces and voices are widely available online. Deepfake videos can clone someone's face and sync it to new audio or motion. Meanwhile, voice synthesis replicates tone, inflection, and even emotional cues. When combined, these tools can create videos that feel indistinguishable from reality. Apps and open-source software now allow everyday users to create deepfakes with minimal effort. What once required high-end computing and expertise is now becoming democratized. Understanding how deepfakes are built helps us better recognize them, and highlights why they're becoming harder to spot with each passing month. Can humans and machines keep up with the deception? At first glance, early deepfakes were easy to spot. Blurry edges, poor lip sync, and unnatural blinking gave them away. But with advances in AI and higher quality data, new deepfakes are nearly flawless to the untrained eye. Human detection struggles due to something called cognitive bias. We want to believe what we see, especially if it confirms our existing beliefs. If a deepfake supports your worldview, you're more likely to accept it as truth. Detection tools are being developed using AI, but there's a constant arms race. As detection improves, so do the fakes, and some researchers fear that deepfakes may soon surpass our technical ability to detect them altogether. Even platforms like Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok struggle to keep up. Their automated moderation tools often miss the most sophisticated deepfakes, or worse, flag real content as fake. This evolving challenge poses a serious question. If we can't distinguish truth from fiction, how do we maintain trust in media, leadership, or justice? What happens when these tools fall into the wrong hands? While some deepfakes are made for fun, like placing actors into old movie scenes, others are weaponized. The most disturbing example is deepfake pornography, where a victim's face is mapped onto explicit content without their consent. Politically, deepfakes have been used to impersonate leaders, misquote public figures, and stir division. In 2018, a Belgian political party released a fake video of Trump mocking Belgium's climate policy. Though later revealed to be fake, the damage was already done. Cybercriminals now use deepfake audio to trick executives into transferring money or authorizing fraud. In 2019, one CEO transferred $243,000 to a partner whose voice was actually a deepfake clone. The threat to journalism is also growing. With deepfakes, it's now possible to discredit real footage by claiming it's fake, a tactic known as the liar's dividend. These examples are just the beginning. As the tech improves and spreads, the potential for harm grows exponentially. How do deepfakes affect truth, trust, and public decision-making? In democratic societies, informed decision-making depends on access to truth. Deepfakes erode that foundation by injecting doubt and confusion into the public conversation. Imagine a fake video of a candidate saying something inflammatory days before an election. Even if it's later disproven, the psychological damage is done. Public opinion can shift in hours, long before the truth can catch up. Journalists are already under attack from coordinated disinformation campaigns. Deepfakes add another layer by challenging the credibility of legitimate footage or enabling fake evidence that derails investigations. As media trust declines, the public grows cynical. This opens the door for authoritarian control, conspiracy theories, and voter disengagement. When truth becomes subjective, power fills the vacuum. Without clear laws, ethical standards, or fast response tools, deepfakes could destabilize elections, weaponize media, and dismantle public trust in an already fragile era. Are there legal tools to stop abuse, or are we just unprotected? In many countries, laws haven't caught up with technology. Deepfakes exist in a gray area and are difficult to regulate without infringing on free speech or stifling innovation. Some U.S. states have passed laws against using deepfakes in elections or non-consensual pornography. China now requires deepfake creators to watermark their content and disclose AI involvement. But enforcement is a different story. Deepfakes can be created anonymously, shared globally, and altered to avoid detection. Prosecution is often difficult and time-consuming. Platforms also have a role to play. YouTube and Meta have introduced policies to remove malicious deepfakes, but critics argue these responses are slow, inconsistent, and easy to bypass. The legal future of deepfakes depends on collaboration between governments, tech companies, and civil society. Without that effort, accountability will remain elusive. Is there a positive side to synthetic media? Not all deepfakes are malicious, and when used ethically, they can offer powerful creative and educational tools. In Hollywood, AI-generated likenesses can resurrect deceased actors or de-age performers for seamless storytelling. Language learning platforms use deepfakes to create localized content with realistic avatars. Museums and universities animate historical figures, bringing lessons to life for younger generations. Some disability advocates have explored deepfake voice technology to restore lost speech for those with ALS or other conditions, giving them a voice that feels personal and real. Marketing and customer service industries are testing AI-generated brand ambassadors who can speak multiple languages and appear 24/7 without fatigue. The key difference lies in transparency, consent, and purpose. When those elements are present, deepfakes can push creativity and inclusion forward rather than drag truth and ethics backward. What happens when your face, voice, and likeness can be stolen and weaponized? Deepfakes aren't just about public figures anymore. As the technology becomes easier to access, anyone with a digital footprint can be targeted. A photo on Instagram, a video on YouTube, or even a voicemail recording can be enough to clone your face or voice convincingly. This creates a terrifying scenario where your likeness can be used in fake videos without your knowledge or consent. These could range from harmless memes to reputation-ruining clips in professional or personal settings. Imagine seeing yourself say something you never said, or being placed in footage that damages your credibility. Such identity abuse can lead to psychological distress, job loss, and social ostracization. Victims often struggle to prove the content is fake, especially when it goes viral faster than it can be taken down. Legal protection remains inconsistent across regions and leaves many without recourse. Beyond individual cases, deepfakes raise broader concerns about the erosion of authenticity. If anyone's voice or face can be copied, what happens to concepts like originality, trust, or even authorship? In a deepfake world, the line between being seen and being used becomes dangerously thin. We are entering an era where your digital self can be hijacked without warning. Safeguarding our identities means demanding better laws and tighter platform controls, while also educating the public on how to protect and respect digital representation. What future are deepfakes creating moving forward? Are we heading towards a boom of greater innovation or towards a collapse due to the increasing level of misinformation? Deepfakes are a double-edged sword that is capable of both breathtaking creativity and terrifying consequences. They reflect a larger truth about technology. Its impact depends on how it's used and who gets to use it. In the wrong hands, deepfakes could fracture trust, fuel extremism, and turn the internet into a battleground of disinformation. But the technology isn't inherently evil. From medical applications to inclusive education and entertainment, deepfakes can open new doors. What matters most is whether we build guardrails fast enough to prevent the darker uses from spreading unchecked. The deeper challenge is societal. How do we preserve trust in a world where everything can be faked? If we lose confidence in our ability to verify reality, then we risk becoming apathetic, divided, and vulnerable to manipulation at scale. Governments must update laws and tech companies must build better tools. And as individuals, we must become smarter consumers of content, learning to question, verify, and reflect before reacting or sharing. The burden is collective and the time is now. The future of truth is being written. If we don't act decisively, deepfakes may not just rewrite reality, they may erase it altogether. How do you think deepfakes will change the world? Are we ready for the changes? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell if you found this video informative. Share it before someone else shares a fake or becomes a victim. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.